The looming decision that Austin has to decide is whether or not it is effective and/or appropriate to expand the Whole Foods brand into more urban, less affluent neighborhoods. The four considerations for him to consider are: 1. Transforming the brand image, 2. Addressing food access and poverty, 3. Respecting the business bottom line, and 4. Pushing out local businesses and residents. In doing the P-style analysis, these are my conclusions. What I believe to be of a political consideration is not stated in the article. In many less affluent areas, there may be local government concern. Funding for city services is sometimes scarce, and this could have an impact on a store. According to news media, and as acknowledged by the writer by saying there is a guard in the store, many urban areas have a higher crime rate than their neighboring suburban communities. This could definitely be a concern in the Chicago area. Although Chicago has a higher average income, it also has a higher unemployment rate. While these higher unemployment rates may seem like there is a larger workforce to be put to work, it may not be the type of workforce needed to fill the employee needs of the store. Chronically unemployed communities will need a great amount of support in the recruiting, training, and retaining of the workforce. Not only on the job side, there is also the social impact of needing to find suitable daycare for children and transportation issues. This is evidenced by the reduction of local workforce in the Detroit area from a 70% high to a 60% at the time of the article. The large university and hospital nearby has been a contributing factor to the Detroit store's success. By being able to gather the after-work crowd, which may have a higher income bracket than the local community, the location of the proposed Chicago store has neither the university nor the hospital to help sustain it, while the store tries to get its footing and create a loyal customer base. Fourth, it has been shown that once Whole Foods opens up a new store in a new location, other chains follow suit. Kroger recently opened up a store in the Detroit area. While competition is good for the customer, the increased attention by corporate America tends to raise property values and cost of living. In the long run, is this new business going to hurt the community by making it too expensive to live in the area for local residents? Socially, although perceived as a high-end yuppie grocery store, the Detroit store has been able to prove that by having a certain level of autonomy in its pricing, the store can cater to its customer base. By introducing a range of prices for many staple products, it's able to keep quality while being affordable to the local community. Families are also embracing a healthier lifestyle and may respond to healthier alternatives that are offered by Whole Foods. Technologically speaking, Whole Foods will have to recruit, train, and retain a workforce. While this may seem straightforward, it has been my experience that not all employees are on the same technological base. Prospective employees' technological skills are varied. Since technology changes rapidly, a large amount of money will need to be invested in not only training the workforce, but also education on an ongoing basis to be a fully productive staff. Environmentally, the Whole Foods culture is fundamental to their philosophy. As stated in the article, they have committed to the Declaration of Interdependence. To this end, the Detroit store is a supporter of locally produced items from the Michigan area and from the Detroit area. In legal terms, the only criticism that was voiced that I believe could be a legal issue is a statement by the urban farmer in the article, where in fact saying that tax incentives were not offered to local farmers nor local producers or businesses. While it is not stated in the article, I do believe this could be a legal issue in the future. Not in the sense that Whole Foods has done anything illegal or any type of wrongdoing, but that many times lawsuits are for uh, not brought for in case of the right, but merely in the case to cause bad publicity. Since, since its inception, Whole Foods has a focused differentiation strategy. By definition, a focused differentiation strategy offers its unique wares to a very narrow customer base. Deciding to invest time and talent in lower earning urban areas, the store will not have to modify its strategy overly much, I believe. As explained in the article, Whole Foods is still a bit higher priced than some of its competitors. It has blossomed by being unique. For example, having a community center in the Detroit store. Not only does this foster the sense of community, it also brings in customers on their way to the community center. If it deviates from its strategy, it will be seen as non-authentic, and that will ultimately cost it more business and a loss of customers. By focusing on providing healthy, organic food at a price families can afford, it is reaffirming its commitment to its philosophy, customers, investors, and natural environment. It has demonstrated this by its 5% days, in which 3 days a year it donates 5% of after-tax profit to communities around the local store. In conclusion, I believe Austin's decision to recommend that a plan be implemented to set an example to open another store in the Chicago area is part of the culture of Whole Foods and to be expected. The company follows the triple bottom line theory of people, place, and profit. The people part is shown by the fact that it has been consistently ranked in Fortune's magazine's 100 best places to work. The place is demonstrated in the economic sense in that it buys from local vendors when possible, and is detailed in the article that Whole Foods Detroit carries many Michigan-based items. In the larger place, it's followed its commitment to sustainable energy by buying the largest amount of wind energy credits by a corporation. The profit is self-explanatory. Even with the money spent on its people and place, Whole Foods has still been a very profitable company.